Live. I'm Jessica Bowman, and right now we are talking about those national top stories that are making an impact not only across our nation, but beyond. And the first story that we are talking about is inflation. That's right. Let's go ahead and get this information on your screen for you so you can follow along with me this morning as we talk more about these top stories. And you know, as millions of Americans deal with inflation, the Biden administration says, well, the U.S., it's not in a recession. And we have some video to share with you as we talk more about these top stories here. But again, you're taking a look at your screen as you follow along with me as the Biden administration not concerned with inflation worries or fears across America. All right, so let's check it out. Let's get straight to this video as we talk more about this hot topic across America. You know, as millions of Americans deal with price increase, you know, the U.S. gross domestic product actually dropped for the second time in as many quarters, according to Thursday's report from the Bureau of Economic Analysis. Now, Senator Mitch McConnell, the Republican minority leader, said, well, he was quoted saying new data confirmed what a supermajority of Americans already knew. Democrats have plunged America into a recession, despite what the Biden administration believes. And some economists say 2 quarters of negative growth back to back actually signals the start of a recession. And meanwhile, Senate Democrats have come to an agreement regarding that $369 billion energy and climate bill. That's right, the bill is supported by the White House and faces opposition from the Republican side of the aisle. Now, Democrats say families earning less than $400,000 a year and small businesses won't face any new taxes under the new deal. Instead, they plan to raise funds by creating a 15% minimum tax for corporations. And as we talk about that, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen speaks out discussing the global economic challenges facing the U.S. economy.
Right now, there are an enormous set of global headwinds, including a war in Europe and successive variants of the pandemic, but our economy remains resilient. So we're clear-eyed about the challenges we face now and in the future, which have especially been driven by global factors like Russia's illegal war in Ukraine, the lingering effects of the pandemic with lockdowns in places like China. Growth is slowing around the world. Inflation remains unacceptably high. And of course, it's your overriding objective, our administration's top priority, to bring it down.
And of course, we will continue to keep you updated on any new information coming in regarding that hot topic. All right, let's get to another story making news across our nation and beyond. We take you to Russia. Possible prisoner swap with Russia in exchange for Griner and Whelan. Yeah, it's still making news this morning. Let's get to this video so you can see images while we talk more about this. Russia's top diplomat says he is open to a call with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, all in an effort to discuss a possible prisoner swap involving American basketball star Brittany Griner, who you see on your screen right now. All right, so the U.S. government has proposed they're trading convicted Russian arms dealer Victor Bout for Whelan and Griner. And so, you know, Blinken said this week that Washington had offered Russia a deal that would bring home Griner and the other jailed American, Paul Whelan. And, you know, as for the swap, it would include jailed in America who were talking about this Russian arms dealer. That's right. So, all right, so here's the new information. Today, the Russian foreign minister said his ministry had received an official U.S. request for a call. So he said he would be ready for that call once he returns to Moscow after a business trip today. So we will continue to keep you updated on any new information as it deals with this possible prisoner swap. And as you know, Griner has been detained in Russia since mid-February when baggage inspectors found vape cartridges with cannabis oil in her luggage. All right, well, another top story we are talking about on this Friday. That's right. Let's take it to the light side of things now. Why not? You know, it is National Lipstick Day. All right, pucker it up for your Friday, June 29th, National Lipstick Day. Okay, so here are some fun facts. Lipstick has actually been used by famous historical figures like Winston Churchill and maybe possibly George Washington. But the cosmetic item hasn't always been seen in a positive light. The British Parliament banned lipstick back in 1770 and said that it could trick men into marriage. In the past, lipstick has even sometimes contained poisonous materials, but today, most people like to use lipstick to make a statement or pull an outfit altogether. So if you decide to celebrate National Lipstick today, you won't be celebrating alone. Several stores, including Ulta and Sephora, they're actually running some deals on some of their products. And Maybelline is planning a pop-up event and some fun social media surprises for the national holiday. I don't want to leave out this map that you're seeing here on your screen. Make sure and take a look. It's interactive. You see the blue dots? That's where Gray Television has more than 100 TV stations across our nation. At those local TV stations, we have teams of journalists dedicated to telling those stories that make national news and national impacts, not only impacts in your local community and state, but beyond. All right, again, thanks for joining us here on this Friday. I'm Jessica Bowman as we talk national top story coverage. Stay with us.